and this sport, like, it makes you grow up quick, right? My dad doesn't have to tell me to go run. My dad doesn't have to tell me, you gotta cut weight or you can't eat that, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to be doing the runs. So even since a kid, and I applaud my father for that. Like, he's never been on me about my weight, never been on me about what I'm eating, because at the end of the day, if you want to fight, you're gonna fight.
It's all on you.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. Life. If it's all on you. Nobody cares if you're successful. Nobody cares if you don't go to school. Nobody. Excuse me. Nobody gives a fuck. And that mentality of, but I feel like boxing, it makes you a man, bro. Like, you gotta run, you gotta go do what you gotta do. You gotta, if not, you're gonna get knocked out. Nobody cares. It's gonna just be another highlight of on Instagram. Oh, this dude got knocked out, and it's crazy. There was just, and you can see right away by what the person, like, how they carry themselves. There's this person that I went to go see the day before. I want to go see him fight. The day before, he was drinking a beer before his fight, and I already knew right away, like, this is not gonna end good. You can't BS the sport. That's something in boxing that you can't do. I tell my dad, "Hey, Dad, I've been running. Hey, Dad, I've been training hard. Whoop de whoop. Come Monday, I spar. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you've been putting in work." And that's one thing in boxing. The ring doesn't lie. Men lie, women lie. The boxing ring don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you got to put in the work, and if you put in the work, it will show.
Talking to your dad yesterday, I mean, he told me that, like, he didn't want you guys to fight.
Yeah.
Growing up. When was that, like, kind of switch? Because now, obviously, he's a big supporter. And, like, how did that come about?
He's living his, and he tells me all the time, he's living his dream, because obviously he didn't have a father, right? So, after my wins, and he's picking me up, and I gotta buy him a back brace. That man's getting old, you know what I'm saying? So I just told him, I said, look, fight by fight, we're gonna get there, and all three sons are gonna become world champion. Like I know there's a God, I know that's gonna happen. So there's no other possible way. I don't see myself doing anything else. I really don't. I've never had a real job. I've never, I just knew that if I dedicated myself to this sport, it'd pay off. And at the end of the day, my father, of course, people always, oh, well, your dad this, and you're only there because this, and, I don't like to boast or brag, but at the end of the day, I did my work as an amateur. 130 amateur fights, only 10 losses in those, and 7-time national champion. And it's just like, I love proving people wrong. Regardless of what it is, you tell me that I can't do this, or you tell me that, I can't, fight at the MGM, or you're telling me that, this or that, or what. I love proving people wrong, and making that walkout at the MGM in my head. I paused for a second, and, I really realized 99% of motherfuckers can't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Making that walk. You're talking about some people will shit themselves just walking out. You got fans there. You got ESPN. You got, your family there. And you know how you silence all that? God didn't bring me this far to bring me this far. So I truly believe that. I truly believe I wouldn't be here without, my support system, God, and obviously my God-given ability and the work that I put in. So.
And I feel like knowing your worth is very important as well. Before I became 8-0 with 3 knockouts, I was working at the union. I was a carpenter, bro. I was a carpenter. I only lasted a month, and I said I'm not made for this. God got big things for me. It was cool money. Pops got me great money. I was getting cashed out real good what I was doing, but I just said this. I said for me. And I know, knowing your worth, I feel like people need to know that. You got to know your worth. You got to know your worth to what you want to become. And I feel like when you find out your worth, it'll change your whole mentality, and mentality is everything. If you tell yourself, I suck, I can't do this, I'm weak, I only have one leg, or whatever you do, your mentality, if you say, nah, I'm the best, I could do this, I'm great, you tell yourself good things, you're gonna do that, and you're gonna accomplish that. And me and my brothers, we go hard, we train hard, and I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have my brother alongside of me. I'm blessed to, have my father there, and I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful to be in this position, to have to have a voice, to tell people that they could do that they could be anything they really want to do. If you really want something, you're gonna do it. But if you don't want it, you're not gonna do it. And that's what it is.